Hi, in the previous video I talked about how you could use Google Documents for storage and for sharing documents with your students. In this one I'd like to talk about how you can use it as a way for students to write their essays and for you to comment on them in a way which is much easier than them emailing you and then you commenting and then sending it back, which can get quite confusing, especially if you have a lot of students. Okay, so I'll just go through a few things you can do in order to make that happen. Basically, Google Docs is like a word processor. It's like Microsoft Word. You can create basic documents, edit them, add pictures and things like that to them. If you go to this little button on the left here where it says Create New, you have the option to create different types of documents, like a document, a presentation, or spreadsheet. So very similar to Word or Excel or PowerPoint. And you see if you go to just Document, and then you get up and then you've got it. It's a very basic document editor. You can give it a title, if it's essay, for example, and then obviously you can write the essay on there, and you can add various things like images. You can upload an image. You can insert various things like a link. You can create tables as well, and that's no problem. So a very basic document editor. You don't really need to save this because it will automatically save. You can see up here in the top, as soon as you write anything, it will then go from this button Save Now. After a few seconds it will turn to saving, and that means that's automatically saved now. And so when I close that, stay on this page. What's happened there? Should be able to just close that. This page. That should now be saved. You can see, yeah, there it is. That's saved. There we go. And so so this is something you can use just for creating your own documents. And these documents are not stored as Microsoft Word documents, but you can download them as Microsoft Word documents or as PDF. So if we go and look at an example, this is an example document. You can go here on the left, and you can, where it says download as, you can then download it as Word, download it as PDF, so that you can then look at it on the computer. So, as I said, the one thing that I've found this very useful for is for students writing their essays and submitting them. And so what I do now with my students is I don't, get them to write it on a Word document and send it to me. Instead, I create a Google document for each of them, and it's on this document that they write their essay. So, what I would do is create a document, give it a name, let's say one's argument essay, okay, and then give it the title, discuss blah blah blah, and then what I would do is I would then share that with One. I don't know anyone called One, but if you remember from the last video, you can share with individual students. But just make sure that in this box here, you make sure that they can edit it, so that they can actually write on the essay. If you just put view, then they can't do anything. Okay. So now they will get a message that they can look at this document and they can then write their essay on this document. Alright, and the good thing is that you don't need to have it sent to you, because it will just automatically turn up in your list of documents, and when they add anything to it or they write it, then this will become very black and bold, which will mean that something's changed about it, and that means you can then have a look and see what they've done, and you can see what changes they've made to it. Okay, and again, there's no emailing back and forth. Okay, now the other good thing is that you can also comment on students' essays as well. So let's take this as an example. It's a sample student's essay I just created. So when a student sent you an essay, you can do a very simple thing. Is you can highlight text, right click, and then you've got this comment box down the left. I could put in, nice introduction, and then click post, and then that's there. Okay, and then I could sort of say get correction, word, post. Okay, and then whenever they click on any of these things, it will automatically go up to the comment which goes together with it. Okay, and again, students, if they want to, and maybe when they look at this, they may want to make their own comments or correct it, they can do the same. They can write a little comment on the side, maybe with the correct answer in it as well. So again, this is a great way just to get students' essays, and also for them to correct them, and for them to read them as well, and maybe make some corrections themselves based on your comments. So I think this is a really, really efficient and easy way to deal with students' essays without having to deal either with paper or with email, and it makes it very easy to sort of go back and forth with the comments as well. So maybe something you want to try out. It's certainly made my processing of students' essays a lot easier. So think about that. The other good thing that you can do, and is to be able to inform students that you've marked their essays. And the way you can do this is just to go to the top right and to the share button, click on email editors viewers, and I can then just send a very quick note to the student just to inform them that their essay has been marked. Or you can say what you want, and then that note will go off to the student, and that will inform them that their essay is ready to view. I'll cancel that. And so again, the whole process of looking at essays and marking essays and sending essays, none of that has to be done via email or via paper, and have to see the student and give it out to them and give it back to them. Everything is done via Google Documents, and obviously saves a lot of paper, but also saves a lot of hassle as well.